Hey, Sarah! What is the matter with you? Why did you respond to the RSVP saying you couldn't come?
What are you talking about? Oh, right. You mean the wedding invitation that was sent to my parents' house? Yeah. Why would I want to go to something like that? Of course I said I'm not going. I mean, what makes you think that I would want to go to my ex-husband's wedding?
We've been divorced for ages. Surely you're not still angry about what happened.
Did you already forget the reason we split up? Because after 3 months of marriage, you decided that I was too old for you and you cheated on me with that 27-year-old. I am going to assume that you didn't just try and invite me to see you two getting married, though. In any case, why would I ever want to celebrate the wedding of a man who did so much to hurt me?
Whoa. Where did all of this come from? Come on, Sarah. Don't tell me that after all this time you still have some feelings for me. I mean, we've already been divorced, some 5 years now, haven't we? But of course, you can't just seem to let go of me, can you?
That is not what is going on here at all. Don't play games with me. Anyways, a wedding isn't really something that you should be inviting all your exes to, don't you think? I mean, don't you think that might even be a little rude to your new wife to invite your old wife to the wedding? Did that ever cross your mind?
I know, in normal circumstances you might be right, but I think this really just goes to show how big my heart is for all of this in my life, past and present.
John, I really don't think you know what you're talking about right now.
What do you mean by that? Oh, I get it now. That's it. You're just worried because you're jealous of my new wife.
Come again? What would I even have to be jealous of her?
Well, for one thing, my new wife is 19 years old. What do you think about that?
Wait, what? You're going to marry a 19-year-old? Are you being serious right now? Is this real? John, you and I are both 45 years old. I mean, don't you think that's a bit too young for people our age? That is just cradle robbing at this point.
Hey, you better watch what you say. The love that I feel for Jessica is pure and real, just like the love she has back for me.
Oh, I see. I apologize for questioning any of this.
Oh well, can't say I blame you. Of course you would probably be surprised by all of this. But after we divorced, I spent ages and ages searching for my perfect woman. And after all my hard work, I finally found her. Now, we are going to get married. So you just wrap your head around that.
And so after all of your searching, you landed on a 19-year-old as your one and only soulmate?
Well, duh. I mean, if you're going to marry someone, the younger the better. So of course it was only natural that I got divorced from some 40-year-old bat. What other choice was there when you think about it?
Oh yes, I'm sorry for going through the natural process of aging. That was my bad.
Anyways, I bet you are still single and lonely, aren't you?
And just why would I tell you anything about my love life?
Aw, can't you tell me? Or is it some big dark secret no one can know about?
It's not a secret. It is just that I cannot think of a single reason why I should share details from personal life with someone like you.
Well, at least come to wish the both of us a happy life together. It's the polite thing to do, after all. I've already made sure that a seat will be set aside with your name on it. People are already expecting you to be there.
Well, I am not going, and that is that. Got it?
Hey, Sarah! What is going on with you? You're really not going to come to my wedding today. Are you serious? I cannot believe how petty you are being about all of this. I mean, this is my wedding we are talking about here. I know you wouldn't want to miss this for anything. And after I went through all of the trouble of saving you a seat, too. Although, I guess I'm not surprised you didn't show. Still, your seat is still here if you want it. It's in the very last row next to the exit, so you can go running out when you feel like you're about to die from embarrassment. Also, it seems like there is another wedding happening in this venue, and you will never guess who is getting married. It's some pop star. Taylor something. Anyway, the young people seem to really love her. Can you believe someone like that is getting married today at the same venue as us? And once the ceremony is done here, we are going straight to the court to make things official. Can you believe that our wedding anniversary is going to be the same day as this celebrity's? That is cool. I couldn't be happier. I just feel so bad for you, though. You're just so old now with so little to look forward to. What kind of life could you possibly hope to lead from now that would make you happy? I can't really think of anything. Anyways, I'm off to enjoy getting married. See ya! Hello? Sarah? The wedding is about to start for real this time. Where are you? Are you seriously not even going to make an appearance? Or are you mad at me because I was being a little too honest with you about how sad your life is earlier? That's no reason not to show up, though. After all, you have a seat with your name on it waiting for you here. It would be rude not to show up after all the effort I've gone through to give you a spot here. Besides, I think coming here might finally wake you up to reality a bit. So just come down and say hi, won't you? Hey! What kind of sick game are you trying to play here? Do you have any idea what you've done? You better give me back my Jessica right now!
Wow, your messages have been so annoying today. I can hardly believe it. My phone has just been blowing up because of you nonstop. Would you mind not texting me for a whole day? What is your problem?
Shut up! I'm not in the mood for any of your little games right now, okay? Now you better return Jessica to me right now. Tell me where she is.
What? What could you even possibly be talking about right now? Why would I have even the slightest hint of wherever your bride ran off to?
Look, I know that you secretly decided to still come to my wedding because of all the secret feelings you still have for me lingering inside of you. But I would have never thought that you would actually do something to Jessica because you were so jealous of her. How could you?
John, listen to me when I tell you that I really have no clue at all what you are talking about right now, okay?
Okay then, explain yourself. What is the real reason that you decided to show your face at my wedding today? Huh?
Well, it's like you said earlier. It is not just your wedding happening today, right? The truth is that I'm actually here to participate in the other wedding going on here.
Huh? What are you... Wait. You mean that you are going to that one pop star's wedding? But why? How? How did you get invited?
Taylor Sloth. That's right. I'm going to that one. But since I'm here already, maybe this would be a good chance for me to introduce you to my husband and daughter.
Your... who? What are you talking about?
Of course, I can't really have you meet them in person, but... You see, my new husband has a child from his previous marriage, and his daughter happens to be getting married at the moment. That is to say, Taylor is a bit busy.
You're kidding me. And just what the heck do you mean that you've already remarried? When did all this happen? You didn't tell me.
Well, I did. I happened to meet him at a work conference about 3.5 years ago. And now we're happily sending off his daughter to be married.
But... wait a second. I thought that her dad was some kind of record label executive or something, wasn't he?
That's right. That's the man who I'm married to.
But... why? I don't get it. How could you? How could you marry a man like that? And why would you want to go to his daughter's wedding ceremony instead of mine? It just doesn't make sense. Is this just some kind of sick way of trying to get back at me or something?
Wow, John, you really need an ego check if you think all of this has been about you. I am not there to do anything to your wedding. The fact that we are in the same place at the same time is just a coincidence. In fact, you should know that I am just as upset as having to share the date and venue for my Taylor's wedding with yours. That is exactly why I already explained to my husband about our circumstances and they informed the staff about it. Just in case. Anyways, if you are going to keep spamming my phone with messages like you have been all day, then I think I am going to just turn my phone off.
Wait, please. So you're telling me that you really have no idea where Jessica went? I can't seem to find her around here anywhere.
How could I kidnap someone when I don't even know what they look like, John?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you looked her up while stalking me one day or something. It was just a thought.
Look, I'm a very busy person and I really don't have time for those kinds of games. In fact, if you have all this time to be texting all of this nonsense, then I suggest you spend that time really thinking about where your fiancé could have gone instead.
Damn! Oh, darn it. I still can't believe that an old hag like you managed to land such a great, rich guy. How did it all come to this? I just don't understand.
Hello again, John. Normally, I wouldn't feel like responding to you, but I heard from a friend of mine who was at your wedding that you paid Jessica's parents quite a large sum of money. It seems like you were just trying to buy a wife from this family. I mean, did Jessica even want to get married to you? I heard that Jessica actually already had a boyfriend. Some guy that she had been dating ever since she was in middle school.
You heard all of that?
What was that you were saying about the pure love that existed between you and Jessica? To me, it just sounds like one man trying to force what he wants out of a woman.
Well, things didn't work out between Jessica and I anyways. We called things off in the end.
Is that what happened? Or in the end, did Jessica end up running off with her childhood love and leave you in the dust without a trace of where they had gone? But I just can't believe that they did all of that on top of leaving you with the bill for all of the wedding expenses. That must have really, really hurt.
But she was supposed to be the one. We were supposed to be married by now.
Do you really not see anything wrong with trying to force someone to marry you regardless of what their own feelings towards the situation might be?
You don't know what you're talking about. Who do you think you are, pretending as if you understand what we had together?
You're right. I guess I really don't have any clue what you two had going on together.
That's right.
But that still leaves me with a couple questions about our own marriage to each other. If you really like younger girls so much, then why did you even bother dating me and agree to the marriage in the first place? If it was really so bad for you, you could have just broken up with me at any point before we were engaged and saved us all a lot of time and pain. And if I had known just what a low, pathetic man you really are, I would have never agreed to it in the first place.
It's because I wanted kids. That's the real reason why I left you.
You wanted kids?
Yes, I wanted kids. But when we actually got married, you were already 40 years old. And even if it wouldn't be a problem for me, if my wife wasn't able to bear any children, then... well, I really had no choice in the matter if I wanted a kid.
What? But you do know that I've given birth since we divorced, right?
Wait, really? You had a kid? Whose? When? I didn't know any of this.
Well, with my husband, of course. She is already 2 years old now. It is true that there were a lot of concerns about me getting pregnant at my age, and there was a lot to worry about while I was actually carrying, but I had so much support from friends and family around me that in the end, I was able to give birth to a beautiful baby girl.
You're lying. That's impossible. None of that can be true. I didn't see any kid with you when you showed up to the wedding yesterday.
Oh, she was there. She was just outside playing with her grandparents at the moment when you saw me. But no, my whole family came with me to the wedding.
You've got to be kidding me.
Yes, Her grandparents are just the sweetest. They saw how much I had on my plate while I was trying to run things. They took my little girl off of my hands and played with her so that I could smoothly participate in the wedding with nothing else to worry about. That's all that was happening, though. No big conspiracy or lie or anything like that.
Are you serious? I can't believe this. I mean, it's just no fair. Why did all of these good things happen to you? And now I've lost my Jessica. I have nothing. Last night we were supposed to have our first night together as husband and wife. And then this morning we were supposed to have our first sunrise as newlyweds. And no, there's nothing. No sunrises. Nothing. I wanted to see her young face bashfully saying good morning to me after having fallen asleep on me the night before. I had so many dreams with her. And now it's all ruined.
Look, everything you just mentioned wanting to do with your teenage bride is extremely creepy and is making me uncomfortable. Please stop all of this.
What do you mean? I'm just expressing how I felt about my runaway bride.
John, be honest with me. Do you really think you have as many good points as a partner as you really claim to?
What? What are you talking about? Of course I have plenty going for me. How could you even ask that? I mean, I was this close to marrying a 19-year-old, wasn't I? Doesn't that say something about the kind of person I am?
In more ways than I think you really even know, John. Anyways, it sounds like Jessica didn't even want to get married in the first place, and that is why she left you waiting at the altar. Honestly, John, you need to try and look at yourself more objectively. You are 45 years old. You cannot be chasing after all these young ladies. It's just not right.
I should be more objective with myself.
I mean, now you're just kind of a pudgy older guy with an ego problem. I just think you should be a little more careful about what you do with all that confidence I guess you must have.
What did you just say about me?
Anyways, I don't really think we have anything else to talk about, so...
Wait, we're not done here.
See you.
Sarah, I've got some good news for you. I've done a lot of thinking and soul-searching on the matter, and I have finally come to this conclusion. I am ready for you to take me back now. Now that I know that you can still have kids, I don't really have any more problems being with you. So, what do you say? Of course, if we do get together, you'll have to leave behind that other brat you had, but I figured that was a given. It's okay though, because you can just have my kid instead. In fact, I think I want at least 2 kids, because if we just had a single child, they might get lonely, you know? You were right. I shouldn't have been fooling around with younger girls anyways. They're all selfish and just after older men's money anyways. It is all too clear for me to see that, since you can still have kids, being with you is the much better option. I just wish I hadn't been such a fool and noticed all of this sooner. Hey! Sarah! Why aren't you answering me? Pick up the phone. I am trying to talk to you about something important here. I am telling you that I am ready for you to take me back. We can go back to the way things used to be now. Isn't that great? I even said that I would let you have my kids. It's what I've always wanted, so it'll work out great. You aren't just going to pass up a chance like this, right? Sarah, please. I'm desperate here. I don't have any more money. I gave it all to Jessica's parents so that they would agree to let me marry her. Sarah, please. I am begging you. Please come back and take care of me. I'm dying out here.
He said he wanted me to have 2 more kids when I am turning 46 later this year? Yeah, I don't think so. Anyways, Now I am spending all my time as a stay-at-home mom, taking care of my precious little girl. I sent a friend to explain all of this to John, and it seems like the message has finally gotten through to him. Later on, I heard that John went back to Jessica's parents and demanded his money back since the wedding didn't happen. I guess something happened at his work and they decided they couldn't afford to keep him hired. With no job now, I know that John has been really struggling with money. I heard that before John could take any real action, Jessica's parents took the money and are hiding out somewhere John will never find them. Since he doesn't have any money to try and track them down, John just has to keep struggling to survive paycheck to paycheck while he thinks of the life he could have had if things went differently. It also seems that Jessica had a lot of really good friends who sympathized with her being forced to marry someone who she didn't love. Because of this, John can't get a single word out of any of her friends or acquaintances about where she and her childhood boyfriend ran off to. I can only hope that the two of them found their happily ever after, wherever they are. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.